Belarus. Belarus, right? I nearly forgot how to say that country's name. What a shame. But GoodJob, if you didn't know, the team of GoodJob is actually part of the football club Dynamo Brest. And Dynamo Brest is not any funny sexual reference, though the trailer of the tournament those guys from Dynamo Brest did was quite sexual. I don't recommend you to watch this with your children in case you have any. Is actually a very, very good football club in the Belarus League, as far as I know. Hello, broadcast. What doing? They're speaking German right now. Interesting. And I can recommend you, if there's any language you want to learn, definitely don't pick German. Choose Italian. It sounds way more romantic. Like romantic, cool. It's a cool language. I mean, imagine you can order your pasta in Italian. Scusi, voglio una pizza carbonara. Per favore. That would be great, wouldn't it? But anyway, back to the game as we're on map number 2 of the Hellcase Cup 7 playoffs, the best of 3. Where right now the price pool is rising and rising. We might just reach the 40,000 today. I would love it. Right now though, Nexa taking aggression towards the middle as he might find a few more frags from start on. Coffee the only one there who's having the kid set. Players coming left, right, and center. As now Nuki though finds his way onto the side. The players doing a lot of suppressive fire as he's blinded on the top. There's one. Esperanto finds set as well. So as we're waiting for it, that the aggression from GoodJob comes in. They're rather not doing so. Box and his team might just give that first round away to their opponent. Understandable, because you don't want to find any more, well, you don't want to pick up any more fights in that situation. Esperanto with the knife! You don't want to do it! Disrespect! Runs in with the knife, and the worst about it, he survives with a single point of health. Massive balls on a Lithuanian. You gotta love it. You just gotta love it. And with that, just bring in, right now, Imperial, a 1-0 lead on a map. Well, this is the unfortunate part for all the GoodJob fans. 10 times GoodJob have played cash so far. From those 10 times, they only won 3 out of those 10 times. And, well, against QBF, against Pride, interestingly, all those victories were extremely tight. So they never really were able to show dominance on cash, as it doesn't seem to be a map that is really in their map pool. With Nado next on his team, taking aggression on the side of B. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. Taking down 2. At least Snike's getting himself 10-ski, but gets instantly refragged by Asilian. The last bullet in the MAC-10 magazine makes it all possible. And there we go. It seems like this is going to be an Imperial kind of map, at least what we're seeing from the beginning. As right now, at that point in time, Esperanto and Co are looking to be solid. As we're talking about it, running away a coffee at least with a scout in his hands might make it work. It's a nice tool to have in the upcoming round, especially as your team is barely having any utility coming up. No coffee here. right now playing himself with the Eagle Gives box, as he is the dedicated scoped player, as you could say. It's a scope player, that's a little bit of a weird word. The one who's playing guns with scopes. I think that is more of a sense-making term. And right now, Nexa, though, finding Coffee there in the end, getting himself an entry, another one, and another one, not stopping to find that aggression. Ouch. I think that pretty much fits it. They're just ripping off heads, plucking them off. And there it goes. And with that 3-0 right now in hand of Imperial, it's getting very interesting at the point in time to see how GoodJob performs with barely any utility. They don't have a kit, as they didn't get themselves too many frags and many good situations where they could get themselves a good economy. It's a bit unfortunate for GoodJob right now. And I personally feel like, well, Imperial might run away with this. Nexa open up the door and find a Nikes, but on the other hand, Esperanza just waits it out in the right time. Their box behind 450 gets his hat ripped off. First player on the A side dying. Smokes are going to come in right now. Nexa behind that door. Lucky enough to get not caught out by Coffee at the moment, but in the end, the headshot is there. That 5.56 to the head hurts a lot. Lollipop, who's down to just a few points of health, by the way, sticks together with Zadzed on the side of B. The bomb is rotating over. That's that classic angle to check. Tensky finds him in the right time. 28 points of health he has left. The rotation now being initiated. With Coffee coming around, it's a problem for Lollipop. He's quite low HP. A few body shots and he's out. He's still taking out players left, right, and center. This can't be happening. This is Lollipop finding 4. And with just 22 points of health, he's taking down 80% of Imperial. And the crazy part about all of this, during taking down those 4, he hasn't lost a single point of health. B-side looked extremely vulnerable, not for Coffee. He casually defends it all and takes down one after another. First defeat on Cash for the site of Imperial. Not too much to worry about, though. The especially nice part about all of this, if you consider that this will work out at that point in time for Imperial, they've done a lot of damage to the GoodJob economy. Talking about, though, Lollipop finds Tensky. For some reason, it looks a little bit more shaky right now for the site of Imperial. If you remember Nuki on the map before, it was just a beast finding frags. It doesn't matter even with the AK or with that AWP. He got himself the right ones all the time. And with mid control now being in favor of Imperial, they have a lot of options. They just should try to not get caught off guard, as that's could usually happen in such a situation. Nuki taking a lot of ground, checking every single angle. One waiting back at Shower, and Lollipop, he's the perfect victim right now for Nuki. Not because he has to do much damage on him, more likely because he needs that accuracy. Cillian falling towards middle. There it goes. CT's taking it home. Lollipop and Zadzad cleaning it up in the end. 3-2. And it's kind of disappointing. I mean, you partially gotta say it's kind of disappointing. As we're talking about, there comes that aggression in. Players are falling down already, and Imperial, I mean, they're securing 2, that's already nice. but, well, it's kind of confusing that they got themselves that one with the Glock. That's already kind of odd for right now. Box not hitting those shots, finally does it. It takes way too long connecting onto those. And AK as well as the Deagle are quite nice tools, to say it like that. The problem is, though, Box with that AWP, and there's no doubt about it. Now, as he's changing position, Smoke is even a bit in favor of the side of Imperial. And the only thing really Tensky needs to do is shift the attention off the Opry. Exactly does that. Now Nexa needs to come over highway. Find the players. And Nexa, yes, the right shot onto Vox. Takes out the Opry. Beautiful headshot. He's able to set onto the head of the Opry. Rotation back onto the B side. And now it's got to be Usain Bolt Tensky moving over onto B as he got in control. Back onto A. And it seems like Lollipop on his own is not looking brilliantly set. As that Nexa just needs to find another. Taps him away. A triple secured by the Serbian. Bringing Imperial on the 4th. And it's really the worst, not the worst, but an unfortunate situation we're seeing at that point in time right now for those guys from Belarus. Because the thing is, it hurts you economically a bit if you now consistently losing those rounds. The nades are being big and a spray of bullets coming into Asilion. You could have asked for a little bit of support from the boost, didn't do so in the end. Mid control now being secured by GoodJob. Yuki switching over to his AWP. Tensky not 100% aware of what is happening right now. Esperanto though taking a bit of control. Right time to get avoided by the shots of Zed. And the B site is going to be secured. He casually reloads. Esperanto, you're a little bit nutty, I gotta say. Oh, and one of the players disconnected. Esperanto being expected by Nikes. But the A side is going to be the destination anyway. They're making their way right now. Car, one opponent stands. But the bomb is going to be planted just that second. One from main is the issue. And there Box comes, strikes towards 2. Imperial losing after getting themselves that certain one. And in the end, forts are free. It's gonna be.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
And forts are free. It was a bit of a shame, I gotta say. Because on the one hand, that should have never happened. That this control goes in favor of GoodJob. It is a bit of a shame how they gave especially that entry away. Tensky dying there in middle. I don't really know how to feel about that. And as GoodJob's economy is not booming, same goes for Imperial. Not too many casualties in this round. That would be a very, very important motto right now. Nexa not taken out. The shots through that certain smoke don't help them too much. Very important part for Imperial is to get as many terrorist rounds as possible. They need those. There's a real problem about all of this is Imperial's quite, well, quite undecent, quite unstable on the site of CT. Now they come though. 50 more seconds. Esperanto taking the high advantage. Snipes expected. Finds the player. Box gets Tensky as well. So finally it's one down, but a few more to go. And somehow magically Nexa escapes from taking any damage. Taken out in the end. 2 versus 3. Nuki and Asilion gotta do magic. As we're talking about it. Nuki doesn't hit one. Goes further. It's for aggression, can't avoid those shots. Nearly finds the flick. But Zad is there to rip his head off. 4-4, we're back to a tie, and also an Imperial. Back to pretty much nothing in the wallet. Having nothing in the wallet makes you logically feel uncomfortable. Esperanto, the only one holding on to $2,000 in that situation as he buys armor and a deal. Same goes for Nexa. Those shots with the $700 pistol gotta work. Now the run boost comes in. Asilion is gonna be the jump man and gets taken out by Box anyway. Nice try. You gotta give him that. Style points. I give them 100 style points for that. Deserved. Well deserved. If this would be something like an Olympic discipline, yep, they would have won that. But as making cool jumps is not what gets you Counter-Strike games in a successful way. It's now needs to be only Tensky with the deal, getting taken out in the second by Lollipop, as it seems to be the case. And a few bullets into the chest make him fall down. Good job taking that lead. And in case Imperial does not pick up this round, well, the problem is that they will once more be down to pretty much nothing economically. And the AK's times 5 on the side of Imperial. Well, lethal tools in the hands of Nuki and Nexa, who, funny-wise, one's more on the top of the scoreboard, especially Nexa. Nuki, not 100% there yet. But good job taking a lot of control towards the side of B. This is logically allowing them to send one player over to the side of A, as they've gotten themselves a good bunch of control. With Box now also going towards main, it's even better because they're getting more control. Now they know it's all a fake, and they're now Coffee standing there in middle. Gets a few bullets into his chest, but not dying in the end. It's Imperial still trying to pull something off. Gotta be on the scene, and that very soon. And the scene gotta be called either A or B site. And for the moment, destination is definitely not going to be B. The bomb now being picked up. Nexus still waits it out. Asilion looking in the wrong direction, not finding Coffee there in the end. High awareness coming in from GoodJob. Being spread around the map doesn't really help. Nexa still interested in finding Nikes, does so. First player down, smoke pops perfectly. And that bomb is going to be planted either way, with a player focused on to main. Tensky just got to be aware the players can still come in from behind. Finds Coffee, switches over to the AK. One is definitely dedicated towards squeaking. It's going to be Zad doing it with his teammate Lollipop to make that retake possible. Molotov in hand, switching over back to the M4. There, you gotta need full focus on it. Esperanto does the first mistake. Nexa holding himself close to the corner on the site. Nothing happening yet. Closing the door. Zad might make the move. To the left, there's no opponent. He can't find the shot, and Tensky doesn't do it. And that is given away, simply given away by Imperial. The sad part of all of it is it was planted in favor of Tensky. He still peeks wide. Your teammate dies. This would be the perfect moment to retreat and then go for the shots on the player, but instead he looks for the duel, finds it, and loses. 6-4, and good job. Seem to be on the right track right now to find themselves a victory. First of all, aggression coming in. Main was deep. Lollipop finds 1, 2, 3. Nope, not free. Nexus still finds 1. That side could be taken in a bit. This one is coming down from the vents. This is incredible. Man advantage. Does Tensky expect Knights now? This is the question. As his flank might be extremely lethal. The first one is to be taken out of the game. Box is the last man alive. And an AWP against a retake with two, well, rifle players. Esperanto takes him down. They go full throttle, max attack, and casually. Just casually. Imperial is taking that B site with ease. And you know, you have to imagine it. Ding, 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 ding. We have made it. $40,000 of the dynamic prize pool, which means in total a $40,000 prize pool plus is now achieved. Congrats. Thank you very much. You just made it possible that those players are getting a hell of a lot of money from it. And, well, the winner, he gets 40%. And that just means, well, if my calculations are right, 16,000. 16,000 is what the winner right now off the Hellcase Cup number 7 gets at that point in time. And I think we're still going to have a bit of an increasement here, there, anytime. And Imperial, impressed by themselves how they made the aggression. Could just start such a push again, but instead a more tactical approach against a GoodJob. Barely have anything in their hands. 3 players have armor. And we got a few with, well, as we're seeing it, just the pistols and no armor. He's at ×4 though. The thing is, Imperial shouldn't fall for the same mistake GoodJob has just fallen to take those pistols too easy. Put the Molotov from box, forcing him out. He has no chance to survive that. He takes down Esperanto, though, as he's not even focused on the player standing there towards Cement. Now focus shifts over to the side of B. And both armor players are standing on the side, making it all just more and more uncomfortable. So that's it, though. Falling, one more back on the side. That is going to be Lollipop taken out. Coffee's aggression getting denied. Nikes against 4 seems to have no other option than to just try and die trying in that situation. As Asilion could be an easy target, he whips the shots onto him. And Nexa doesn't want to give the player any more room to breathe. Comes in from behind, the sneaky Serbian. Headshotting him. Casually, 6-6, and the tie being restored for Imperial. Where GoodJob now will go for the buy. And the crucial part at that point in time is their losing bonus has barely been built up. If GoodJob loses this, they barely have any dollars back in their bank as a reserve. Well, and then the reserves are looking red, if you get the reference. After finding Coffee. An insane wall bang there through the wall. It's going to be Lollipop Might doing the right place, but perfect as the Molotov forces the player to rotate towards the B side. Goes and assists Zad standing defensively. Gotta be Nikes as well as Box doing the job. As there, at least he finds one. Nuki gets instantly traded by his teammate. Asilion, too much aggression at A side being taken, and Sats and the Lollipop should consider saving what they're having right now. The terrorist economy would allow a hunt.
Bomb has been planted.
And if I could decide who I want to send hunting right now, it would be probably Esperanto, as Nuki's dead already, and Nexa is down to 22. Give the Lithuanian, the 16-year-old Lithuanian, the chance to go hot and take down the GoodJob guys who are squatting in the corner. Scared of getting caught out by the opponent, especially as, well, $0 and $50 are not really happy lines with dollars. There he finds one. Zadza to be found as the final one. Aggression not coming in from Basilion. But good. At least one taken out. That one taken out now gives us an Imperial taking the lead. And that lead might just catapult them to get a 9-6. Would help them on lots, to be very honest. Now the Tensky hears the steps coming close to him. He rather takes the defensive position, finds the first onto Lollipop, a second onto Zatsa that might come in. Now Zatsa gets taken out in the end. An expected fate for the pistol player. So Imperial might be just able to take over control. And it's very possible to take over control in such a round. The only thing that I find very worrying is a Cillian with a bomb and a box very close. He runs way back towards the T-spawn. Towards the CT spawn. That threat seems to be not very present anymore. Though Nexus taken out, it's an important Serbian player. The modern musket's not striking. Nuki, what are you doing? Why did he block a Cillian on purpose? He seemed like a bouncer in front of a club and like, take a look at you, Cillian. A tacti-cat? You think this is the Pink Knight, huh? There, Esperanto. He sees Box, takes him out in the end. 15 coming up. The final one of the first half. For GoodJob should try themselves on securing a number 7, making the difference between both of the teams as small as possible. Now high aggression is going to come in towards main. Esperanto just pushes through. What did you think about that? Not really fought through. Zatsa takes him down. Esperanto. I can only blame him that this was a movement mistake. I cannot imagine that he just casually just moved out of main whilst not seeing anything. A full wide screen in front of him. In the end though, after 35 seconds, already Imperial losing 2. And disadvantage. A bad initial situation right now. Going on to the A side, maybe kind of dilettants, though the players know what they're doing. Nuki is the only one with smoke, by the way. He's cleaning out angles, checking as much as he can. Behind, Nuki's trying to find any player going aggressive towards them. 50 seconds they still have left. With those 50 seconds, from my point of view, they gotta definitely now turn to move over to maybe on the other sides. Not doing so. They can't find the entry on the A-bomb site yet. With Nuki now finding Coffee, it still doesn't enforce a rotation on the side of GoodJob. They're sticking to the pace. Now it needs to be Nuki though finding the players coming aggressive towards him. Nowhere Nixus doesn't find the shot. Moves more aggressive. Flashbang now coming in. And this is the assistance they need. But now Tensky. There's one. Perfectly timed. A few more to go. And Lollipop getting the team to 7th. There we go. Imperial, as they were trying to do it, couldn't make it possible. And I simply want to remind you of something. And that thing is that Imperial, what they have done so far, counter-terrorist-wise on Inferno, is looking okay. It seemed a little bit like a Volkswagen Golf. It works, it does its job, it's not the best though. That's pretty much summing it up. Now Nikido needs to be that perfect Bentley, as he doesn't find shots though, and not brilliance is what he's showing, and suddenly 25 seconds, not long. Imperial needs to take control over that A site. That's not really what you want to see. And with Nexa and his team falling short in round number 1 of the second half, it's going to be a tie secured. An 8-8 that is going to visit us. At that point in time,
Terrorists win.
you gotta make yourself work it 100%. And many people might ask themselves, why does he talk so much about car brands? I'm a car guy. Car references, I think, are in my repertoire, so yeah. With the pistols now in hand of Imperial, gotta make it work. Gotta show us what they can do with those. Though as we're seeing Tensky and his team, well, showing so far that CT is not really what they're made for. Exodus team not interested in giving the opponent any room to breathe and develop themselves. But with an Esperanto just standing directly in front of the gates of middle, he might just take a bit of control. He does so. Wants to find one. Could find the one on the box. Making it work, and box securing himself a double right now. $1,200. Zatzat getting Tensky as well. Beautiful. Now next, Nuki. Trying and trying, but all that trying might be punished very soon. Now those eagle shots could become very dangerous. Not happening though. Nuki as the last man alive, the Lithuanian, with a $700 pistol in hand. Still trying to find one. Box denies it, and that is the lovely thing. You just gotta love submachine guns. Now back onto the classic pistols. This is the point in time where we can once more remind you about the lovely Hellcase prize pool. You can increase it. Go on hellcase.com, find yourself those cases. In those cases, well, they could get you a few nice skins. That's the first about it. And besides that, you're not only getting yourself some cool, nice skins, well, you're also supporting the prize pool of this tournament. Now Sully on his team, at least dealing a bit of damage. Long-range USP, next to fight box. And that's already nice to see in such a round, that you're doing a bit of damage, mount advantage even. It's getting a little bit odd right here. Coffee falling, hold on a second. Good job, you're not losing against a team right now who only has a few SPSs, right? This can't be happening, especially right now. Satzat caught off guard by Esperanto, not happening. Finding the first with that Galil. Oh, from behind, Lollipop comes. Gets caught off guard, does he? Yes, he does. Lollipop should fall at that point in time. And as Nuki has been hurt. A nice try by Imperial. You gotta give him that. As it looked quite decent. But they are at a double digits for GoodJob. And seems like, funny-wise, on the opponent's map, a bit stronger than expected. I'm not quite sure how to feel about this. That gets a Solion though. Starts badly for Imperial once they got themselves those guns right now in their hands. Nice shot coming in by... He can't connect 100% of the player. Those wall links right now looking decent. No box. It's the way to take control over the A site. If they would know it would be clear, that would be a funny part. But Esperanto is the only one standing on truck. Helps his teammate out. Lollipop dying. A site control might be just taking a bit. With the 60 seconds. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Nice long range spray by Nikes. And this is opening up big time opportunities for GoodJob to take home cash right here. Now box. Just wants to find another. No aggression though coming in from Tensky and Nuki. Sticking to the guns they have. Make some noise in the next round. And the shame we have right now is Nuki not performing. This is what I talked about the map before. If you have two players to rely on and one doesn't perform, it's getting a little bit weaker. The entire construct starts to crumble. That is what we're partially seeing. I mean, we're just in 11-8. Everything can be retrieved by Imperial. Don't get me wrong at that point in time. But on the other hand, you just don't feel like you're 100% there. And when you simply aren't 100% there, I feel like there is something you definitely need to do about it. Because the team exists, well, you have your star players, no doubt about it, but if your construct starts to fall apart, you really got an issue. And now Zadset going towards highway should be immediately finding Esperanto. Does so. Nuki starts to strike. Box is a little lethal. Nice flick from him. And he's hot right now. This is the Nuki we have all been looking for. Finding Box as well. As Nuki secures himself the triple. Might lead Imperial in the right direction. And next coming in from behind, getting coffee. And Lollipop now exposed. 58 HP left. An Imperial team site of Naxa and Tansky. They could secure themselves the 9th and might be on the right track from then on. As the flank comes in, Tansky looking in the wrong direction. Casually getting his hat ripped off. Naxa is the kind of player you want to have for a clutch situation. I'm not happy that he takes this angle and approach. He finds it. And Lollipop takes him down. You got to be kidding me. This is not happening right now for Imperial. The bomb is positioned right here. At this position it is. You know the opponent is somewhere around this direction. He has 30 seconds. He won't go back over T-spawn. So what is the position you want to take? You could take this angle. You could take... Well, this is a bad idea because you got middle in front of you. You could take yourself somewhere towards forklift. You could go to higher position. You could take such an angle. Everything would have been possible. But what a shame by Imperial. That was thrown away. And, well, abysmal would be a little bit of a harsh word, but definitely not a strong performance. Now Knight's getting already a Sullion for the smoke. Seems to work out for those lads. From GoodJob. So Nexa finds Lollipop. Nexa getting himself another with coffee. And he's getting finally found by Zadzat. They're able to retrieve that certain frag. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of confidence right now in Imperial. The Nuki gets Nikes. Tensky. Oh, that body shot is enough for Box. And the AWP is not the best tool to retake. What was that shot from Nuki? As he gets Box casually through that certain piece of wall. He doesn't even know where he's standing. And then just gets another shot flicking onto the body of the last pillar of defense of GoodJob. Once more, it's a Lithuanian savior and hero. And Box just writing nice shot because that was just a nice shot. I don't understand this game. It's magic. And I think actually the ancestors of Nuki have been Houdini or something like that, because this was magic and beautiful magic. The Lithuanian just showed us right there. And if you ever ask yourselves how you get yourself back into the game, yeah, I think Nuki is the kind of guy to ask for that. As now he needs to just consistently perform like this. First player down. I think that gained a lot of confidence for the entire team of Imperial. They know they can rely on him. And they know that he's the kind of man for any clutch. And once proved it. And once more. That might be working out for Imperial. 2 more left. Zatzit as well as Lollipop. Shouldn't have any more chances to do so. Zatzit the last man alive. And it might just turn out also less favorable for GoodJob. And let me explain it real quick. Next round, GoodJob's gonna buy. With that buy from GoodJob, they've reached our minimum of economic reserves. And if then we consider Imperial takes the control, they get themselves the 11th and have an opponent who's extremely weakened and are kind of falling into an economic spiral of drought and, well, existential crisis with the wallet. Now Zatzan should be caught up by Osilion. Takes him down. Nobody dies. And this is extremely important for the economy of the counter-terrorists, because now they got themselves a buffer build-up. They're able to prevail. I don't really know what to say about this. I know that Jamie, Switchblade J, who casted the game before, already had it over time as the opponent started to came back into the game. And, well, we might have that coming here at us as well. And take a look at this. Galil ×2, AK ×2, ZZ. This needs to be one hell of a fast and explosive push, and I feel like Asilian and his team might be just prepared for exactly that. First one to find, Lollipop to take out. This is perfectly executed. Coordination with Asilion, like a Swiss clockwork, they function. That Swiss clockwork, built for perfection. 5 HP left. I think if you really want to learn something, how to play together as a team and take main, watch round number 23 of GoodJob versus Imperial on the second map, casted by your boy Zesht. No, just kidding. Logically casted by your boy Zesht, but more likely saying, at Hellcase Cup number 7. That's an important part, right? As Tensky finds Box, it's falling apart for GoodJob right now. Now Nuki even gets another. This should be all secured. And there's a pause being called by Box. And I think this is a very good reason, because you want to get back yourself into the game. Oh, Windows says hi. I love it. You just gotta love Windows. Sometimes it makes noise. Just improves your cast, as I've heard. But there we add it. Back to a tie. 12-12. As GoodJob have already... Whoa, wait, what? Hold on, this is not funny. Health issue. That is not fun. Yeah, Imperial being the good guys right now. There, yeah. Whoa, health issues is always kind of... I find it worrying. If someone says health issues is the reason why you have a break, doesn't make fun. Wait, medical, right? Medical is... health issue. I know that medical pause means that something is broken with the system. It doesn't matter, though. Back to the game, quickly. Because I think we might have a very, very fast push towards the B site. Where suddenly Nexa now needs to do the job again. Site has been taken. Retake will be a little bit tough. Nuki down to 3 points of health. Ouch. Oh, and the right timing he even hits with that. Leon. Getting himself a little bit of control. Esperanto as well as his teammate now need to handle quickly the situation as now from behind. Coffee can't find not much more. Esperanto needs to only get himself... and he gets the defuse. Box gotta be quick about it. Esperanto might get it. He has 1 more second left, and there Box gets him. 13 to 12. He dies in the end. Economy not looking brilliant on Good Job, but still. A shame. That could have worked out for Imperial. Good job securing himself a 14, though. And what we're seeing right now at that point of time, well, are they able to take control back to it? Now Coffee's already taken down. Snipes gets himself a little bit of control. Esperanto, as he's a little bit too aggressive from Shrouds. Nah, no chance. Solion dies there in the end. Same goes for Tensky. Nexa has 2 players that are easy to get. Gotta say that. Lollipop, Sadset, and Nikes are all one-shots. The M4. This secures the team a lot of movement right now. Nexa gets himself more and more on the site. Finds the first on the Sadset. A few more to get. Has a smoke directly in front of him. Can actually make it possible. Can get another one onto Nikes. He sees one to the left. He could get one more to the right. And this is incredibly working for Imperial. They're getting the defuse. After once more, Nexa goes ham. Same with Nuki. That's the most dynamic and extraordinary duo I have probably seen entire March together. I love to see them right now, and this is so incredibly working. Good job losing the round. Take a look at that economy right now. It will force Good Job to give opponents the number 14. A retake by the book. Imperial was on the scene, and that on the scene now secured themselves the 14th. Will they be able to avoid overtime as Sicilian now retreats? Luckily enough, can survive in that situation. Nuki is there to assist, one coming through Zet. Not quite sure Sicilian is there to assist Tensky, not letting him die. It takes a lot of time finding the player, and in the end he does it though. With that push onto the site, it's a land coming in. And, oh, okay, for some reason, it's getting a little bit tricky. Zatsan with 4 HP, so should be easily taken out. But what we have seen in those games so far, it's just incredible. Zatsan, yeah, gets in the end taken out by Nuki. It helps out the team a lot economically. But in the end, there we have it. An Imperial, a 1-point lead. Single one. But there it matters so much for Imperial. Right now is the point to once more strike, especially Nexa, of course. Because their opponent is down to pretty much nothing. By pretty much nothing, I mean pretty much nothing. Money-wise, barely anything on the board. Esperanto, a lot of damage towards Lollipop. The mid control is a little bit of an issue. Next, as he now jumps down, reloads too early. Tensky's there with the assistance. Perfect, coordinated. Friendship lasts forever. Well, also, a good team play lasts forever. But Imperial, they shouldn't go in a mode where they don't feel 100% occupied and busy at that point. Because they still gotta put up a few more resistance against free players. Lollipop, Coffee, and Nikes, they definitely don't want to give this to their opponent. Only 50 more seconds, so the clock is ticking for Coffee and his team. Franz holds himself at a good angle, the right timing. He might find the both aggressing players. As Esperanto's already taken out, just talking about him. Coffee finds Tensky as well. 2 players low HP. Easy victims right now. Asilion gotta hit those shots though, can't make it possible. Now this is down to just 2. And I don't know how to feel about this once more. I mean, we got Nexa. This is what you really want to see. As Nexa doesn't see to his left that there's an opponent waiting. Yuki gotta find free. This is impossible to really make it work. He can't make the shot. 14-14. I am not quite sure what we have just seen there. That was something you could call really a disappointment. Because Imperial, they had a 2-man advantage. That 2-man advantage still didn't make them able to take the round. I mean, we see it from time to time, but you just hate to see it. That's, I think, pretty much the right way to put it. Coffee and his team are taking their time right now. Now, Nexa gets punished for that aggression. And we have to say it like this, Imperial didn't look too strong at the start of this match, then second half didn't start too well either. And now might need to go on map number 3. Asilion dies as well. Lensky and Nuki are the only 2. Might do a bit of a change. Hard to imagine though. And, Tensky, that spray. Nuki don't. No, can't do it. 15-14. And now this is the point in time where once more you need to be a magician. And now with pistols in the hands of every single Imperial player, make it work right now. You know, you have that feeling of a 15-15. I somehow have that feeling of a 15-15. They're taking their time, and this is how they do it. It might just run into 3 players with pistols. Vasilion turning around, no flashbang yet. Molotov and all the things running in. Aggression 1 for entry for Vasilion. And Tensky might just support it with that, getting himself another, coming white. And this is Box falling as well. Nikes is the last one. We're having overtime, ladies and gentlemen. And that overtime is quite unexpected. 15-15. And good job as well as Imperial. They're giving themselves no presents on this map. No gifts right now, and overtime is where Imperial needs to shine, because otherwise everything was unnecessary. Like, well, that should. Were just so many rounds. $15-15. Like I said. 15-15. And Box and his team, well, it's the 10k MR free. Once more Imperial, like a blank canvas, got himself a lot of utility. Coffee knows there are 2 there. Doesn't take the duel though in the end, with deep Molotov holding both the players towards main. Big issue though, mid is quite open. And open mid section. Doesn't give the players too much. Esperanto now coming out white. The thing is, he could hit the right timing. Lollipop still stands in the corner. So gonna find Satsat, entry being done. Nice, here's the player just in front of his doors, and Lollipop falling as well. Fox finally getting Nuki. There's a crucial player falling, and 1 point of health. It doesn't really help Esperanto. Gotta play it as defensive as he can. With 40 seconds left on the clock, there's the steps of Vasilion. He heard that. He knows the players are very interested on that side of A, and Esperanto now comes in. Does he know where Box is? He seems to have a kind of idea with that. Right for the players from behind with 1 HP, he gets himself 1. And that is even the bomb carrier. This is now also tricky. Now Box is even taken out of the game. Nikes on the site definitely gets the plant. And Axa finished him off in the end. Good job. Plant is there. Now Esperanto will say he has 1 HP. Oh, you hate to see it. When you shoot so many bullets in your opponent and he has a single point of health, you gotta hate it. In the end, the plant helping out the team a lot. Though finding a very good entry from the right top. There's an opponent, Satsat even taken out. Nice, so getting Nuki. And Solion getting Nikes in a return. It's all very crazy right now. Tensky with a lot of control he takes. Finds Coffee. 17 to 15. 17 to 15 it is. It might be Imperial taking another one, and if they do so, they got a very, very good buffer for the upcoming half. There shouldn't be any way they're losing this. I don't feel like they're losing this. I somehow don't feel like right now Imperial is not interested in giving this away. This box now falls is the perfect entry. Aggression now coming onto side the way. Nate deep onto Lollipop. Nuki not hitting his shot. Flames are eating up Lollipop right now. Matensky might hit the wrong timing to the left the opponent is, and he finds him. This is a mess. And Lollipop, he can even escape from that. This is incredible. Wrong timing sometimes messes with you big time. Solion, he's standing around the top. It doesn't feel 100% confident. Deep Molotov though. Doesn't hold up the players coming in. It's only looking the wrong direction. Esperanza sees one on the top. Can't connect onto one. Not on the second, though. And in the middle, there's the low HP guy. You gotta hit his shot right now. He doesn't do so. Only Zat. Can't find the first onto Nuki. Nexa now needs to be 100% accurate. We know this guy performed 34-17, just by the way, updating you about that. And to the right, Zat is awaiting him, standing behind the pillar. And as he just now sees him, he finds him! Nexa! This is the performance you want to see from the man from Serbia. As GoodJob has done certainly a decent performance on getting themselves on the sights and a certain aggression, but for some reason in overtime, Imperial went full throttle with entire control over any of those sites. Early entries, fragging performance on point. This is what you want to see, and this is what we're seeing right now from Imperial. GoodJob are falling apart right now, and if Imperial is able to secure at least one round from free, they're out of this victorious. GoodJob with the double up setup. They're not giving anything away right now. Concentration is what you now need. 100% focus. You should be good to go. Nice Molotov. But instantly being blocked by the smoke. This is once more coordinated quite well. Coffee finds one onto Silion. Tensky's there to find Lollipop. Coffee also low HP. Easy victim. Coffee not being flashed in. Yuki's not into it. I think this is going in the right direction. Snikes has to be found. Gets taken out. Sad set to be the last man alive. GoodJob nearly had this map. They really, really did. And I think this is all falling apart. Tensky finds him. 19-15. We have just seen incredible performance right now from the side of Imperial. After it looked a little bit shaky throughout the entire game, and especially throughout the second half, they got themselves into overtime, winning 19-15, advancing from the playoffs. Incredible work from Nexa and Co. Especially keep your eyes peeled for the Serbian Nexa and the Lithuanian Nuki, who insanely showed us how good they play Counter-Strike. And that is the Hellcase Cup for today. I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Sesht. If you did, feel free to follow on social media and have otherwise a nice evening, a nice day, a nice morning, whatever time zone you're from. And see you guys next time here at Starladder CS. I'm Sesht, and I'm out.